funky. Not important, that's unimportant. I'm just wanting her, and she just wanna let my money on my money that came up, and I don't know when I go tomorrow. Came up, and I don't know what's gonna come tomorrow. Came up, and I don't know when I go tomorrow. Came up, and I don't know what's gonna come tomorrow. Yeah. I don't even worry about tomorrow. It might be some money, it might be all okay. I don't know where I'ma be tomorrow. Might be counting dough. I'll bet with your. Okay, your nose keep running and the money keep coming. Hey, I'ma keep ballin'. Hey, rock a park, spallin'. Hey, carefree, I've been living carefree. So much in the air, we can barely even breathe. Hey, I really worry about things I don't know. You say I'm living wrong, you ain't wrong, money wrong. Hey, so think about it, it ain't nothing I don't know. All the money that I saw, I don't think I'm ever wrong. Came up, and I don't know when I go tomorrow. Came up, and I don't know what's gonna come tomorrow. Came up, and I don't know when I go tomorrow. Came up, and I don't know what's gonna come tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna come tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna come tomorrow. Yeah.
Put away your inhibitions, let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave to lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up what your friends think. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Nobody gang, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence, now, presence, come out, It's come out like a power with an M. I get you down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling rivety, rhythmically right, and vigorous spinner right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. It's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence, now, presence, come out, come out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns. So let's get out to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
Let's go!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Darqueze Dennard is an up-and-coming cornerback who thrives in press man coverage.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3
Back to throw again. He finds Coleman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
For the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. First try for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
He's going to run again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll drop the throw to the left side here for Eifert. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They come up in an offset eye. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete here.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the Bengals grab it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'm kind of a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
But that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
To return, it's George Atkinson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the third time here, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. A great read, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It's good to make it 17-7. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the Browns getting set to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They come out here in the eye. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Browns are going to have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 2nd and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2 yards to go here on third down. Here's the option going right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. 58.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And room there to work it inside the 25. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. More from Cleveland after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Eifert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded at the 2. Fighting through. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll come out in the pistol, and they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
He'll drop to throw, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And out now, here come the Bengals. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's go! Blue 58!
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go!
On the toss, Bernard. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Let's go! Blue 58! Let's go! Blue 58!
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Muscles him off. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Set! Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Let's go! Blue Landing! Blue Landing! Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go!
Again, it's Hill. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Hill down to the 25. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Eifert, the man in motion. Here's Bernard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go!
They run it again with Hill. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch right, watch right.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. The play clock's running down. Now back to throw. Finding time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ten yards to go on 3rd.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And what a grab. That's one, Charles, that kind of leaves you and I speechless up here in the booth.
We used to think we'd see these types of catches once a season. Now I feel like we're seeing them once a game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
No, check. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll run the option left. He may try and run for this. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This is Hill. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. carry for Bernard. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we've put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to maneuver. The 40. The 20.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns get a score closer. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Riley Dixon now. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the Bengals grab it. Really a great game that we just saw. Charles...
You're messing with a rogue wolf, baby. Darkness gonna break your life. No prayer gonna pipe my thunder. No one's gonna change my mind. You're messing with a sickness, baby. Your heart is a plague on mine. I am the missile. I am the fire. Love is destruction. But this war is mine. This war is mine. I am the missile. I am the fire. Love is destruction. But this war is mine. This war is mine. I am the missile. Vengeance is a cold thing, baby. I serve it on a bed of flame. Still think you're a hard one, baby. We'll see when the missile rain. I am the missile. I am the fire. Love is destruction. But this war is mine. This war is mine. I am the missile. I am the fire. Love is destruction. But this war is mine. This war is mine.